Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Man, kebe glass mund. Other on him. Look at me. Not much my if we go find boy. Unye muke loco. It's not gonna. Unye were ezigbo lock. Hey. No, it's that not but hello guys. So we are here to talk about our experience in most of the relationship we have had. This is a live show. My name is Henry. I'm the one anchoring this show. Morimo is not here. She may be joining much later. As an African, I'm dressed in an African way. You know, I love being an African. So guys, so good evening everybody from wherever you're viewing me. I want to acknowledge everyone for your views, for your support, for everything you've been showing us during all this throughout our programs. It's not been easy, but we give God the glory for everything. So I urge you to join us, to be part of us in this show, and support us if you can in our own little way. In your own little way, support us in our live stream. My name is Henry. I'm the one anchoring this show. So we're talking about relationship. Have you ever been hurt in a relationship? How did you feel? How did you manage it? That's the topic for today. Have you ever been hurt in any relationship? How did you feel? And how did you manage it? Wow, I have been hurt too. I'll give you my own part of the story. I have been hurt. That's why my wife used to see me like somebody who does not feel love again. But most times, it's not that way. Just that sometimes you don't have to show it in the energy like this is how the love is, even though when it exists there. Because you can't just decide to go and marry a woman, bring in a woman to your house without making a proper plan on how to take care of her. So I'm here today to educate you. The topic is, have you ever been hurt in a relationship, and how did you manage it? I'm going to tell you a story of how I managed mine. I've been in copy. See, as a growing child, I had this dream. I wanted to marry a medical doctor. I had the intention of marrying the medical doctor. So most of my relationship, I was focusing towards that. So that makes me in the process, even the ones that are good, the ones that are nice, that were coming close to me, I did not appreciate them. I did not see them because who they are, because I was carried. So that was what affected me most in the relationship. I don't know. At the end of the day, I was able, I think, I don't know. But I was playing to most people. I was not trying to keep you on loop. I was not trying to make you be with me, but I was just trying to tell you the reality. This is what I love, and this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to go through. So I'm sure that most of you will understand me. So that's why whenever you want to love, allow yourself to love. Do not focus and bring yourself that this is the aspect I'm going to, and this is who I want to, or this is the kind of woman I want to. Because at the end of the day, you don't even know who God is going to give to you. At the end of the day, I married a marketer, not a medical doctor, but today I'm still surviving and I'm okay. So, but I wasted a hell of time. I think I missed some of the best people in life that were there, that understands me, and because of I have my own focus in the relationship. So, but there was one relationship that I cherished so much. I didn't want to let it go. It was difficult for me to talk about your relationship, but every time I remember that person, it's somehow like it hurt, or I don't know how to put it. I don't know whether it's hurt or I just have to be happy, but I was happy for her best decision. You understand? She was the almost part of the woman I loved. I know I truly understand what love is all about, and I could feel it for real and the difference. But now, not that I don't love my wife, I love my wife so much because she doesn't like hearing this aspect. She doesn't like hearing this. I love my wife so much, but in that aspect, I was focused more. This is what my focus, and this is what affected me most in my relationship, because this is my focus, this is where I'm going to, this is what I wanted. And I saw a woman I liked so much. I'm not going to mention her name. I followed her up. I did everything for perfection. The only difference was like she was not feeling the same way at the end of the day. That she was not feeling the same way I feel. And I tried everything, In the process, I rushed into another relationship, just trying to get myself rebrand, but it never worked out. But at the end of the day, when I calmed down, cool myself, just focus on God, and ask God to give me what is my own, He finally gave me this is my trouble in the home. This if you watch one of our schemes, this is me and this is my trouble. Sometimes women are hell of trouble, man. We just have to take them who they are and keep going with them. So sometimes when you want to introduce your wife on the occasion, I say, this is me, I am Mr. Henry, and this is my trouble. So by the end of the day, I got a very perfect one. Like, we understand our differences, we understand our weakness, and we are trying to grow, we're trying to manage our life, we're trying to make it work out. It's not been easy, but it's just the best thing that ever happened. But because of my focus for, having someone in the medical line, I focus more of my relationship and try to get someone in the medical line, because maybe I had this dream, I have so much big dreams. They're very, very big and large. Sometimes I don't know. My wife used to say, this is your dream. What kind of container will contain it? You understand? So, but I focus more on this, and it's affected me. The good people that came to me, that are walking around me, I hurt them so, because though most times I don't really promise you, I don't really tell you, because I know what I wanted and I know what I was going for. You understand? So it makes me, so many people felt I was bad, or many people said I was mean, because some women will do everything to have you, show you good, show you nice, show you everything. But when your mind is not into them, it's not into them. That's my own part of the relationship. You understand? But at the end of the day, I was able to manage myself out of the reality. Walk in the presence of what gives me happy and what makes me happy. Walk in the presence of walking in the reality. Finding somebody who manage my nature, my character. I'm not a perfect person, and I found someone who managed my nature. Remember, at the end of the day, we're still going to run that same NGO on health without having a medical doctor in the line. Today, by the grace of God, she owns an NGO which we call Women Empowerment. It's run by Morimo. So it's one of those things we're investing in. Basically, what we're doing now, we go around secondary school, share part for kids. We're still growing part for kids, for female kids, young them, teach them more of the aspect of healthy life, healthy living, sex life, and other things together. You understand? That's what we do. She's running an NGO, which is also the dream. It's also what I wanted in life. You understand? To be able to give back to the society. But I felt having a medical doctor as a wife will help me more. No. But at the end of the day, I found out somebody who gives me peace, who gives me home return, who gives me every perfection I've ever wanted in my life. So, and it works for me, and it has been working for me. So, but now, this is the main thing now. Have you ever been hurt in any relationship? And how did you manage it? That is the game. If you have been hurt, how did you manage it? I managed my own. It was not easy. I won't say something hurt me, but I was the one who was focusing more on this, and they were not focusing on the same thing. You understand? I was one focusing more on this, but they were not focusing this. So I won't say someone hurt me. I was only trying to build up myself in the way I want. This is what I wish and this is what I wanted. So guys, I want you to do something for me as a friend. Tell me what you feel. How did you what and what affected you in the relationship? And how did you manage it? As a man, have you been hurt like someone hurts you? Like somebody, most of the stories you receive these days, you see guys help help some young lady to go to school through academic. At the end of the day, the girl will tell her that she's not good for him. We've seen so many things like that, and we've seen stories of you trying to be with a woman. At the end of the day, she's not loving you, she's just loving your resources or money, and at the end of the day, you get hurt when you discover those things. As a guy, have you felt those pains? Yes, we felt it. Yes, it has worked. People have feel the same way. We receive stories on that same background every day. How can you take care of a woman in school all through? You know you don't want this man, you don't feel for him. You know that this man is taking care of you because of he wants to marry you. Well, why not just tell this man focusly? That's why I always will not forget a friend of mine. She told me something that clears my mind. Henry, I know you're a good guy. You're a nice guy. You're a wonderful person. But I don't feel the same way you feel. You see that? That reduces everything I felt at that moment. Even though I still love her for telling me the truth. Because that was the only thing I needed at that point. Because I was going beyond. I was ready to. She even asked me to walk with my knees on the floor. From that place I was to her school. I will do that. You understand? But tell yourself the truth. A man will be investing resources on you, academically, taking care of you. You guys are not married. You just like you. He told you want to get married to you, but you want you to get so and so academic because you love academic. And at the end of the day, you disappoint him. These are the hurts we are talking about. At the end of the day, another thing again, a man, you can be keeping another relationship. Most men, guys are very good at keeping 3 kind of relationship. Like you have 1, 2, 3, 4 at the same time. And you'll be promising all of them. Inside you as a man, you know who you like best. Okay, why keeping the 4 of them at the same time? Why not work on something? I have a friend now that is about around that kind of 40. We're almost the same age mate, you understand? But he's confused now. He can't get married. He's a very hierarchy in the military. His hierarchy in the military. But he can't get married because he's confused on who to pick. Because having series of girls at the same time in one place, it does not work. It does not make sense. You understand? Even though I knew it was difficult for him, I know there's no how on earth he will settle as he settle with the woman he truly loves. Because I encourage you people. I encourage you people that whenever you go into a relationship, find someone you love. Find someone you can forgive. Find someone that whenever she says she does anything that you know that is not normal, within yourself you can't be hurt. You understand? Like now, my wife loves meat and I love meat too. We can be eating together in the same plate and I will eat all the meat. Can you imagine that? If you're in her shoes, what will you do? I eat almost all the meat. But at first she was getting angry about it. But with time, she started getting used to it. You understand? What she does is that when she put those fish, she make reserve inside. So that in case I finish all those meat when we are eating, she'll go and eat the one that is inside. So you see, this is how she managed my own weakness. How did you manage your own weakness? How did you go with it? How did you work with it? These are the fantasy of life. What is it you built around you that makes your relationship so perfect and so good? Yes. See, let me tell you the truth. Even in the process of growing, we still get hurt. Sometimes we get tired. I have a joke with my wife recently. Look at the joke. What was the joke all about? I asked her, baby, if our marriage has a expiring date, will you renew it? You understand? If your marriage, imagine your wife asking you if your marriage has expiring date, will you renew it? What will you do? Will you renew that part of that marriage? Just tell me. If your marriage has an expiring date, what will you do? Will you renew it? I'm asking you, that is you me. If your marriage has an expiring date, Will you renew it now? Tell me, you tell me. My wife said, I said, that means you don't renew it now. Me, I told her, Pump and Clay, me, I will renew it too. You understand me? I'm in. My wife used to say, we die here. So she used to tell me that I know that marriage cannot have expiring dates. And if it has any expiring date, I will still manage you, my husband. You know, one of the best answers I've received those days. You understand? But sometimes when we joke, I say, I'm not going to renew my own. This is my certificate. I'm not renew. When we want to joke, you know, when we're not serious, you understand? We don't want people to see it that way. But most times, even in the relationship, we still have our own troubles. We still have our own trauma. Even in the marriage, just by the grace of God, January 3rd will be 7 years of our marriage together. But we keep trying to improve ourselves. We fight every day. This head is coconut head. It's not a year word. You see this head? Now big coconut head. You know the year word. But they manage this. Some people they manage this coconut head. And my wife, she's somebody that she will put you in the spot that you will not like. And somebody who talks, she's the one who doesn't talk. So when there is this trouble, she will not even respond to you. She will not even talk. She will not even say anything. You understand me? My wife will not say anything in this aspect. And that one kills me when we have that little quarrel or little trouble. She will not say anything. She will not talk to me. Me that I'm talking one. I want her to respond. I want her to say something. But she will not say anything. You'll be the one feeling the whole thing, but she will not say anything at the end of it. But let's look at all those basic. At the end of the day, those quarrels do not last 24 hours. I have never had an issue with my wife. It lasted 24 hours. The only one that I can think lasted almost 24 hours was because definitely if I'm in town, we'll definitely pray. We definitely pray together in the morning. That means we can't pray. We can't quarrel with prayers now. Hope you know that we cannot quarrel with prayers. Then in the night we definitely pray together. So we cannot quarrel. So there's no how. We have to have something because we understand ourselves. That even sometimes we speak it through prayer. He said, this is my husband's head. He said, Lord, there's one prayer my wife used to pray. Lord Jesus, this is my husband's head. I don't used to use hair. Help me hear him. Let me hear him. I will just burst out of laughing in that prayer. The quarrel will be settled. No, we have formulas and how we tackle our own problem. We don't let it get to that point that it's no longer, we cannot return it. We are walking to our marriage in a style, in a lifestyle. We fight every day. We do everything every day on our own. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. No one is perfect. Even now, we still feel sometimes you get hurt. Sometimes you feel regret. Sometimes, imagine you being a couple for 7 years, fighting to have children, and you don't have. How will you feel? The temptations outside. Because I travel a lot. I do a lot of things a lot. So how will you feel? Sometimes on your own. So it's not easy on that aspect. But through the grace of God, God has kept us together. We have developed formulas to manage our marriage. We have developed formulas to walk into our trials. We have developed formulas to help ourselves grow. We have developed formulas to understand ourselves and understand the root cause of our troubles. We have developed formulas to be able to look away our weaknesses. Because I'm not partner. Like now, this morning now, just tell you, today is Sunday. Normally I eat vegetable rice. I prefer it with fish. Either fresh fish or smoked fish, I prefer it. My wife do not want to give me today. And now as I talk to you now, I have mandated that I must eat that vegetable rice. She's making rice and quarreling. But now, at the end of the day, she's in the kitchen preparing that vegetable rice. The rice is already there, but the vegetable soup is what I'm waiting for. We have developed the formula. See, when you marry people that loves you, when you marry out of love and out of understanding, you will understand what love is all about. Do not marry out of pity. You cannot force yourself to a man. You cannot force yourself to a woman. You end up regretting that relationship. You end up regretting that marriage. You cannot force yourself to anybody. You cannot force yourself to that job you're doing. Whatever it is, you don't feel okay. You don't feel comfortable. Walk away from it. I have a friend in the US. Her name is Miss Parker. She was having trouble in her jobs. She was having trouble in the job. I thought that the best thing you have to do is to walk away from it. Anytime some things try to frustrate you, walk away from it. Do not let anything weigh you down. If your relationship or your marriage is giving you trouble, you see that you've tried every formula, it's not working, walk away from it. Walk away and have a life. Because someone there who is outside there is waiting for you to be. Forget about this and they say, hey, when you get divorced, nobody sees you. Not lie. People go see you. If you make mistake, you can't make it 2 times now. You have studied your life, know yourself. So before you walk into something else, you have to plan yourself again. It's not about what people say. If you keep thinking about what people say or people's action, you're not going to get anything out of it. Walk into the reality of the good things you want for your life, because this life is only one, and what you have to do as your goal is to please it. And when you please it, you'll be able to please others, because you cannot displease yourself and please another person. You cannot displease yourself and please another person. So these are the only ways, factor things that relationship works out. I love people saying the truth in relationship. That's why I tell you, I carry my friend. I don't want to mention her name, but to the heart. She told me the truth at that moment. And since then, I ceased. You see that my quest of marrying a doctor or anything, he died immediately. And I was ready for, even though he's a mechanic on the street. As long as the person loves me and the person cares about me. There are so many processes you can actualize your dreams. Do not let anybody weigh you down because of a relationship or take advantage of your weakness or anything. Walk through yourself. Walk in what you want. Stand in what you believe. Go ahead and do what is right. Because only in doing that thing that is right, you find yourself in a See, I have troubles. Me and my wife don't do this house. We don't get temptation. We don't get trouble. We don't get trial. We don't get people tell us. They don't scold us. They don't do things. But we walk in ourselves every day, every hour, and every day. Because not allow the scenario from the outside marriage, outside the relationship, affect the present. No, we do not give those people the chance. Henry will not give anybody the chance. Maureen will not give her the chance. She doesn't keep much of those friends. She doesn't want anybody to tell her this. You understand? And just like me, I get the friends, and my customers more than my friends. People I do business with, unless I have things personally to do with you, my relationship or anything, that's what makes me work. But in this particular aspect, I work for what I want, and I work to make myself happy. I told my wife sometimes that if I don't see that happiness I used to see in you every day, you see this thing will not be working. Because I cannot be in the atmosphere where I'm not happy. I cannot work in the atmosphere where I'm not working. But as long as in this past 7 years, it will be January 3rd, our 7 years. You understand me? I am happy with her. We have our down times. Sometimes I used to wake up like now. She knows that anytime I'm broke, I get angry. Have you ever seen? I don't know whether it's only me that is happening to. Anytime anybody's broke, because the bills are just there. You know, in Africa, we carry 100%. Nobody's helping us. Nobody's helping the man. That's why you see most men die young and without nothing, because they overstress themselves out of nothing. You overstress themselves out of nothing. African men dying because of the bills on their head. So my wife noticed that anytime I'm broke, I get angry. I quarrel. I talk. I shout. I don't make it. I don't pretend. I don't have the money. I don't have the money. But through the grace of God, for people that understand you, will be carrying you. You guys will be working together, and you see yourself through. That's the basic. It's not about what anyone thinks. It's about what you want to apply, what you want to work for yourself. To what you want to work for yourself. You let it work for you. Do not let anyone decide for you what you want for yourself. Because I will keep fighting, I will keep trying to strive to become a better person. I don't know how you people see it, I don't know how people see it or how people make it work, but I will keep trying to have a perfect marriage. Every day is, when usually this Christmas time, we travel, like from next week now, we usually travel. But because of the economic situation of this year, I did my mom's burial, and I also had so many things at the same time. Yes, we run into deficit this year, you understand? But because we had the problem in one of the contracts we're handling. But at the end of the day, it's even though we're not going to travel, we still have to sit down and talk about ourselves. Me and her. What do you think we did not do right this year? What do you think we like one of the complaints you used to have, you say you too much love your family more than anything. You so much have attention for your family. I say, but that's not my family. The only thing I do now, I try to extend the same love to our own family too. So that she will not feel bad. I know she was born alone as the only child. Sometimes she doesn't have that cycle of people around her. But I'm the first son. I have cycle of people around me. And I always want to carry them along, everybody. So now, the relationship part is that you've been hurt. How you manage is what matters. And how you go into another one is what matters. So if you allow your hurt, all those things that makes you say men has come, men has this, men are that, men are, you can never manage it well, and you can go into something else because of that. Your nature has made you look at that men has come, men are this, men are this. You can't find any good thing in any man. If he calls you baby, I love you, say hey, not them, not they, not so, now they talk. Do you understand? You will still be the woman, but you still don't believe in what he's saying. Let me tell you the truth. Out of 100% men, there are still 50 people that are good among them. The only thing is that most people have not discovered they're the good ones. Because most times we place ourselves higher than our priority, higher than our class. I told you of my story of what I focused more on the relationship aspect and what affected me more in my young age. And at the end of the day, I didn't work out with the people I'm supposed to work out with. But when I realized myself, I asked God for forgiveness and I found my peace somewhere. You cannot keep believing that men has come, and you're expecting to find a man that is not scum. Because all these men were made in different natures. The only thing is that find somebody that you can manage his weakness. Because nobody is born perfect. Nobody is created perfect. Even you that is trying to find the best person, the best billionaire, but you're not perfect. You are not. Something makes you not perfect. So how you find that person and how what you do with that person is what determines the relationship. You determine the relationship. So you cannot keep struggling every day. Men has come, and you want to find a good man. Men has come. You can't find any good man that is not a scum. Because as long as we men, we are made in one cycle. And one thing controls us. The only thing that makes us different is our character and our weakness. Because everybody has his own weakness. Even you will say women are the same thing. Women love money. See, if you say women love money, go for women that is your level. Because you are going for the ones that are not your level. That's why you notice they love money. You cannot go and start looking for a man. Somebody who has a salary of you have a salary of 200,000, and you are going to look for a woman that carries a head of 500,000. Now your mates, you don't know your level. Your salary is 200,000, and the woman is carrying a hair of 500,000, and you're going to ask her out. Is she your mate? Are you guys in the same class? You not see the one that is carrying hair of 30,000 or 20,000 for you to go and ask her out. You are looking for the one of 500,000. Later you say she likes money. She loves money. And when you cannot take care of her, you tell her she loves money. It's because you are not operating on your level. Learn to operate on your level so that you will not see women that love money. Everybody love money, even you that say love money. Work for 1 month and you're not paid salary. Let's see whether you love money or not. Work for 1 month and you're not paid salary. Let's see whether you love money or not. Every time, women love money, women love money, women love money, without money, without. Cut your coat according to your size. Everybody cut in coat according to his size. When I got married to my wife, we stayed in the house for 7 months without no job. Nobody noticed. Sometimes we cook for our gas go finish. Now cutting your coat according. If I've gone for those ones who has high life, those ones who I was trying to take that time, those medical people I was trying to take, nobody will stay in that house with me for 6 months without no job. They will have met one of their doctor's colleague or anything and move on with their life. Even in trying to find your level, make sure you find someone that is okay. Someone that understands your weakness, understands the weakness. If you are somebody who gets angry too much, do not find somebody who makes you angry always. If you are somebody who gets angry too much, do not find somebody who will be begging every day. There are women you beg them before they do anything. Anything you must beg them. So that one will be making you angry now. Why will you go to that level? Cut your coat according to your size. Monitor, sit down, plan yourself. You be banker, you dey earn 250, you dey earn 500. You dey find woman where they use hair 1 million. They crazy ni. Now your type, now your level. Abi you no want to give money to your family. You don't get problem to solve. Make she go for the one. The Person wey feed that woman with the level of 1 million. Now big boys where they earn from 2, 3, 4 million and above. For your level, you don't need that thing. That's what I want to tell you. And that's what I want to make you understand. Hope I'm making sense with all these things I'm saying. So you cut your scores according to your heart so that you will not get hurt. Find something that is at your level. If your salary is 200,000, find a woman who her hair is 20,000 or 30,000. Polish her, build her up. Let me tell you, all these things we wear clothes. That's why I say I'm trying this one today. You won't even mind. I can go to my office to do this one. It don't concern anybody. Just that the world has become so naive that we must do everything. Look at the way Chinese dress. The people that are the global economy, how are they dressing? How are they doing things? Just a skin cover we wear. Some people will go to Okarika and buy clothes of 5,000, 3,000. Don't they wear it, iron it, and put starch on it? You think when they start working, you think they bought it for 50,000? Now plan, now program, now management. How your level operate, how you put them, now better for you. You can't be doing things because you want others are doing. You cannot join people because others are doing. You can never get it right that way. You can never get it right. And you must apply patience too. Patience is a key in every relationship and every marriage. Patience is a key. Patience is number one key. Patience is it? When I say patient is number one key, patience is number one key in everything you do in life. Patience. If you are not patient, you cannot succeed. If you are not patient, you cannot survive. If you are not patient, you cannot make it. If you are not patient, you cannot marry a wife. If you are not patient, you cannot train a children. You cannot patient, you cannot work in an office where your boss bosses you. If you are not patient, you cannot go to anywhere academically. If you are not patient, you cannot operate in any level of life. Because every formula that comes with life comes with patience. You must operate in that aspect of patience. In that aspect of grace of patience, you must operate. Hi, how are you, my sister? What's up with you? How are you? You understand? You must operate in that level of patience. You cannot become a good man in your house if you are not patient. You cannot marry a wife if you are not patient. You cannot be a good father if you are not patient. You cannot be a good minister if you are not patient. You cannot be a good person that works in the military or anywhere if you are not patient. Because patient, you have to wear it as a clothes in the survival of life. Especially those of us that are not born with golden spoon. For we to climb to the top, we have to be patient. And when you get to the top, let patience work for you. Because when you have patience, there is humility in you. You humble yourself to be able to get what you want. And that's why I told the people, in any relationship, learn to listen to each other. If you go to one of my program this morning, I had a program this morning about attention, protection, and affection in a relationship. Go there and listen to it. What I was talking about, listening to each other helps more in relationship. You guys can talk about everything, tell your spouse everything. If you don't listen to each other, you can't get it done. You can't get it done when you don't listen to each other. You must learn to listen to each other. Listening is what matters. Listen to her when she talk. My wife will do her face like, and whenever that face come, I must listen. I must ask questions. Please, thank you for coming on board, Pado. Please subscribe to our channel. Please subscribe and share. You must listen to her. If you don't listen to her, you cannot have her as a wife. Listen to her. You must listen to him. If you don't listen to him, you can't have him as a husband. Both of you must listen to each other. Make out time. Sometimes you walk into a room, sit down yourself, talk about the error, voice it out, say it the way you want to say it, in a way your mind will be free. I told you about a program. If you check one of my status on my WhatsApp, I had a program of 2 couples that were trying to talk about our relationship. He said there was a time both of them were having quarrel. They were raising their voice. They were quarreling in such a way that she has never quarreled this kind of quarrel with this man before. And you know what she did? You know what he did? He walked out. He stepped out. Because of the love she had for him, she didn't want him to leave. She walked 2 blocks with him. And when you know what the guy did? The next thing he did, pick up his phone to call the mother of his wife. He called and said, "Mommy, can you tell her to go back?" And the mother, from hearing his voice, you know there was something, that was trouble. He said, give her the phone. Then he gave the wife the phone. The wife picked the call and said, hello, mommy. He said, I should ask you to go back home. Just go back. Then she, because of she loves the husband, you know what came out of her? What if he doesn't come back? Then him standing at that side heard her voice, say, I am coming back. I just want to have some minutes. Then she gave him the phone. She went back. Then he went to where he was going to, had some minutes, and got back home. And they settled up their issues. Because she loves him. She didn't want him to walk away. Because she was scared that if he goes back, he's not going to come back. But him, he wanted to walk out of that presence because both of them were raising their voice. Nobody wanted to listen to each other. At that point, they made an amendment. I remember my own mom and dad during their own love shows. My mom and dad will quarrel. My dad knows my mom loves meat. And whenever he's coming back at night, he buys the meat to give to my mom. And that quarrel is over. By that time, we start hearing my mom doing tom. And she doesn't want the kids to know that there's meat in there. You understand? But when they are quarreling, we'll be listening. Find a formula that works for both of you whenever you're angry or whenever you... See, I have a secret that works. Whenever I'm on the way, I'm traveling or anything, I don't quarrel with my wife. Because anytime I quarrel with her, road safety, police, all these people, me and them will be having problem. Because I notice it's not because of her. Or it's not because she has any crafty or any diabolic means she using attacking me on the road. No. It's because my mood will not be happy. So anybody that talks to me there, I insult the person. In the normal way that a policeman will meet you when you're on the highway. Hello, how are you? You say, good morning, Mr. Dosha, how are you? What's happening with you? You understand? You just talk. But the next thing, you just quarrel back to you guys will be quarreling. The same thing with road safety and everybody. But when you walk out happily with her, hello, baby, I'm going to, even though the work process and how we tell ourselves we're going to work doesn't work, we just go out like that. At least walk peacefully to your work. It's worked perfectly. I walk through all the way. Find a formula that works for you so that you will not get heartbroken. So at the end of the day, you hear, the rate of divorce marriage now is just something I cannot rhyme about. Everybody is in a hate. Like we are in a rush. Like we are in a trend. Like we are following something I don't know. Everybody is leaving marriage. Everybody. Because that is the only thing the devil has decided to attack now. The most beautiful thing God has left is what the devil wants to attack and kill. Home, reproduction, increase. Because everything about God is increase. That is where the devil is attacking. Now, every small thing, I don't leave you. Every small thing, I don't go. Every small thing, I don't go. There's no difference between that one you're going out to go and meet. Because all of us men are in the same cycle. All of them women are in the same cycle. The only difference is that both of us do not understand ourselves. You see, women, all of you are in the same cycle. Women, we are in the same cycle. The only difference is that both of us do not understand ourselves. We do not understand ourselves in such a way that we walk in our own path, by our own path, and we destroy the same path we walk by our own self, in our own self. The only way you can make marriage beautiful is by listening to each other. Because that one you're walking into that next cycle is still a man. He has his man nature. Maybe he has anger issue. You don't know. This one self is that you are with doesn't have anger issue. He's not beating the mess out of you. That one you are walking to may have anger issue. You just do anyhow, you just go in your face. I'm just encouraging you to work it out. But when they got to the state that you cannot work it out, just walk away. Maybe you made the wrong choice. But we must learn to understand each other. We must learn to listen to each other. We must learn to have patience. We must learn to pray. I think I've gotten to my 40 minutes. This program was supposed to be 20 minutes. So now, thank you so much for everybody that has come on board to support us in any way. People that have liked, is it Laura Quado? Yes. Quado, how are you? Thank you for coming. So I think we have done one thing or the other. So I think today we just have few persons, few present, and but I think we're able to make our point today. Anytime you come in, you can go to our channel. We'll continue watching the program. It's It's just a 40-minute show, and please, whatever it is, you have to make contribution. Even after the online, you can still make your own contribution. Thank you so much.